Hello, people. How you all doing today? And welcome back to Frankie Nelson 2. I haven't really been on this channel for a while. I won't say not been on this channel. I just haven't uploaded in a while yet. Just trying to find other topics to talk about. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 2021 to 2022 football season review. And I would say Premier League review, but I would analyze in all the other leagues anyway, mostly. But it's going to be mostly about this team. I got to say as well, it's been quite a disappointing season for my boys in red, my United, or men in red, I should say. And it was just a shocking end to the season, to be honest. I literally thought the way we started, we were going to have top four. And it didn't, and we started so well. Yeah, we didn't play as prolifically, but we actually started off well. And people were like, oh, you only versing these your opponents. Well, not really. It looked like we were actually going to finish the top. I didn't, not necessarily the league. Of course, when Ronaldo came to United, I legit thought we're gonna storm the league. I think most United fans thought that, but it just kind of felt disappointing. And yeah, there's nothing else we could have done with. I mean, I'm happy that we finished sixth at least. I mean, because the Champions League is too much pressure for us. Like that, you would have to play that. We would have to be at City and Liverpool in order to actually compete for the Champions League and get in the final. And being in the top four, we'll be back to square one. And which is why I think six is probably about right. I'm happy. I mean, I'm not satisfied. I should say happy, but I would say satisfied with it. Like four, five, even if we did get top four, I wouldn't be happy. All these pundits always say, "Oh, United need that top four place, and that'd be an achievement." No, it won't. That doesn't get you a trophy, man. I would rather finish eighth or ninth and win a trophy rather than finish in the top four and not win anything at all. At least then we could say we got some silverware to celebrate. And I've got to say, congratulations to City in an extraordinary title race, which I thought was actually going to be going like toward, which I thought City was going to cruise. And people always say, "It was Liverpool put up a good fight." Well, to be really honest, yeah, we say that, but Liverpool were looking more likely when they had that run. Like City had three defeats, whereas Liverpool only had two. And people always praise this Liverpool team a lot. And okay, I understand why they would get praised because they do score goals, they do play well, they got to three finals, and yet they say they're the best team in the world. No, I don't think that at all. The only reason that they've been said they're the best team in the world because they got the three finals. That doesn't make you the best team in the world. What makes you the best team in the world is if you win all those finals. Yeah, you may have got the double, which is why Liverpool is successful this season. They're not successful because they've been playing brilliant football. I mean, yeah, you do get success by doing that, but they needed to win that Champions League so they can make a bit of a mark. And yet, yeah, I've seen the highlights of that, Real Madrid Liverpool game because I was, with my girlfriend then last week, and I was relieved when they didn't get that Champions League trophy. And they drew 0-0 in those two, other finals. Now I'm thinking to myself, they didn't score in them. Now, if that was United in Liverpool's position, we will get absolutely slated for not scoring in those finals. We will get laughed at and be like, Real Madrid, you need to have one quality goal to beat you. Lot rubbish when you're when you're trying to score in front of goal. Ha ha. But since it's Liverpool, they always get praised. I can understand because they won trophies. I mean, hey, fair enough. Yeah, I wish we got two trophies this season. I wish we only got one. And this is why, yeah, Liverpool and City are always going to be threats because they're playing well. But the team that United need to match is Chelsea. Now, you don't may be thinking that I'm sounding crazy. The reason why I think United should be in Chelsea's position is because when Chelsea get rid of managers, they win trophies. We need to learn from that. If we get this new manager, I think we need to have a trophy by the next season or the season after. And that if we do get a trophy, Ten Hag is the right man. Mourinho was the right man. Van Gaal not so much. Whereas Mourinho, he done a lot more work in his first season. He already proved he could take a poor United team into two finals and win them. And we weren't classified as the best in the world because we weren't really playing that well in the Premier League. If we finished second, well, we finished second in Mourinho. We didn't win anything. But if we were to finish second in that trophy season with Mourinho, we would have probably one of the best teams because we were drawing too many games. We could have been more further ahead than we were. We were in the fourth position. But yeah, Chelsea will win trophy season after season. And Mourinho kind of thought it was disappointing. And when Solskjaer came in, he had to win a trophy. Not in his first season. You know, you can excuse probably two, maybe a third season, I guess, depends on how much progress a manager makes. But yeah, Solskjaer, fair enough. You could have got rid of him in the first season. But he's not a manager that has a trophy winning mentality. And I think most of these, and I'm pretty sure most of these players are with Mourinho when they won the Europa League and League Cup, and we scored in both those finals. Was I thought I knew Liverpool were going to lose one of those finals after the League Cup win. If they would have won if they would have lost the FA Cup, I think they would won that Champions League. That would have went for them. But I knew when they won that FA Cup, I was like, you know what? I think Madrid might scrape it. They might hold and they got quality to do that. I think they'll scrape it because they know how to win that competition. And boy, United would have got laughed at if that was the case. Like, you're not the best. You don't become the best just to reach three finals. Yeah, you worked hard. Yeah, Liverpool worked hard to get to those finals. But they didn't score any of them. They were pretty fortunate against the League Cup. And yeah, they were a good team against Chelsea. They played well. Obviously, it was evenly matched, but Chelsea created better opportunities to score goals and probably beat them and knock them out. So that was pretty unlucky. Chelsea's got a Super World Cup. Did you not already forget that? Not many people rate this Chelsea team. I rate them because they win trophy in each season. I think which season they go trophyless? I can't remember now. Was it 2020 they went trophyless? I think it might have been because I know they won the Champions League that season. I can't quite seem to remember. But yeah, and United were poor to be honest. Yeah, the players, there are some good quality players that need coaching. Now you can't just get rid of a whole team that you don't got no team left. You need to have players to replace with some of those players. And Maguire's been absolutely atrocious for United. And people say there's other players that are poor. No, he's been poor, Harry Maguire. The only good thing he done was score at Leeds. That's the only thing he's done in his entire time at United. And that for me is not a proper defender. We have other defenders that can produce something. Oh, what about the 6-game away lose streak? Yeah. Okay. Now, the only reason why United in that position is because we lost all those games. And yeah, fair enough, losing to Arsenal, City and Liverpool, yeah, you can excuse that. Fair enough, but to lose to the other games that we did, it's an absolute disgrace. And you can't be losing to teams like that. But Liverpool lost at Leicester. Now, if United were in Liverpool's position and we lost those two games, I have these in mind. I keep these results in my head so I can prove to people, you know, their point and I can counter attack it. Yeah, but if United went lost those two games and they were, next City, those results would have mattered and would have been remembered more than if United won in that unbeaten streak Liverpool won and that winning run that they were on. That would have been remembered. I'm pretty sure it would. Because everyone would say if United won 9 games out of 10 and they drew drew or lost against like a rubbish team, that would always get remembered ahead of those other games because United has high expectations. So do Arsenal. So do Chelsea. So do Liverpool and City. They have high expectations too. They're supposed to. Arsenal's still a big club. I mean, not bigger than us. No offense, Arsenal, but even though you finish above us and you beat us, I don't see you as a threat to us because you don't really dominate games. The only competition you can win is the FA Cup. No offense, you don't have enough competition for us. You can finish 20 points ahead of us. I still don't see you as a threat. I see the top 3 as a threat more than I do with Arsenal. And the thing is, Arsenal competed for the league since 2004. Where is their hate? Why are they not getting any, hatred? Why no? People always make excuses for, always make excuses for Arsenal and stuff. What about us? Where's our excuse? Huh? Why are you not giving us any excuses? It's so many excuses on this. Yeah, it's like with Liverpool. It's like, Liverpool was on a 6-home losing streak last season. No, well, just say 2 seasons ago anyway. And people are like, that's because of, the lockdown stuff. No, that's not an excuse. They had still good quality players. Their reserves, if they're fine for the league and they got top class matches, of course the reserve team is going to play well as well. They always make excuses for. Stop making excuses. If Liverpool were to lose games, to poor teams, you're gonna make excuses time and time out. If United went Liverpool's position, people wouldn't be people make people be like, oh, that's poor. You should be losing the teams that are struggling. Man, Liverpool drew at Tottenham, and yeah, they didn't have Van Dijk, but Tottenham was pretty poor then, and they shouldn't have struggled with that sort of a Tottenham team. But now Tottenham have become strong. I can't stand that draw at Liverpool. Yeah, but we beat Tottenham. I mean, yeah, that those away games United have lost. That was pretty embarrassing. You can't be losing the team like that, and I think that's why we finished the way we did. But the only reason why Liverpool got fourth, which they shouldn't have been in the Champions League to begin with, is because other teams were struggling to get results against these, so-called lower teams or whatever. And they didn't make the most of it. So that's why Liverpool would, that's why just about got fourth. Whereas with United, they didn't make the most of what those mess ups. Like those draws as well cost us. Like Southampton at home, Burnley at home, Leicester at home. They were pretty poor. And we played well at Burnley, and we didn't. People might be like, "Oh, you struggled." Second half we were poor, but first half should have been 3 or 4-0 at half time to United. And I watched that game. The finishing was poor, and they should never have done that anyway. They should never have actually struggled. Like Southampton at home, we should have strolled it. Leicester at home, we should have clicked into gear a bit more. But this is what I'm saying. Some of these type of games, like Leeds away, they've been poor as well, but what's the difference between Leeds and Watford? There is none. How United got hammered at Watford is beyond me. How they got hammered is shocking. I don't even know how that even happened. How they got hammered at Leicester is beyond me. And there's been games where I've seen United and they were actually pretty playing well. It baffles me that I thought Rangnick was the right man. He could have been. And he should have been really. But if you're getting someone like Ten Hag, snatch him up. I got excited when I heard Ten Hag's name. He won games that he won the league with Ajax a few times. He won a cup or two with them. We need to take him on board. Like, yeah, Conte was a bit of a sip up. There's no way we should have allowed him to slip like that. And he would have fit the United profile. There's no way he would have got these players playing. Of course he would. Atletico Madrid aren't that good, yet they still knocked us out because of a terrific coach. They don't have good players. They have a terrific coach. That's why. That's why we need a terrific coach with these poor group of players. And these players will get more drilled. And yeah, we do need to sell players. That's how football works. You need to sell these players. Otherwise, how are you going to rebuild a team? And Ten Hag was like, this team finished second place in one this season, so there's some potential. That sixth place, we just had a really terrible end to the season. That 6 away game losing streak, it was poor. But have we been atrocious? We have been here and there. But people are comparing us to a relegated team. Really? You're comparing us to someone that's got relegated? It's like comparing Norwich to Arsenal. Arsenal were in relegation, but they proved that they're not as bad as they made themselves look. If United were in Arsenal's position, that would get remembered. And we're trying to prove these points. United weren't that great. This United team was finished, since we stopped winning trophies. Without Mourinho, Van Gaal, good lord, we would be trophies for that long. And Klopp is lucky to have still been in the Liverpool job. He went 4 seasons trophyless, and yet he still managed to win trophies. This is what Ten Hag will create. He will do a Klopp, but I think we'll struggle in our first few games next season. But I think we definitely have goals. But I think if we finish second or third, fair enough, that's progress. But we need a trophy. We don't need to fight for titles. I think we'll fight for titles in our 3rd, 4th season. I don't think we're far off from competing with it yet, though. Look at what Liverpool done. They were weird. They finished 8th. In Klopp's first season, he finished 8th, and they kept him in their job. We never finished 8th, and we finished our lowest points, but just above. Not our worst position. We finished 7th one season. We never got anywhere. Man, I should probably do a part 2 of this video, but that's all I had to say. So not much to say. If you did enjoy this video, like if you want, comment below, share with everybody you know, hit the bell notification below, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.